It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that wishing for success is enough. We all do it, daydreaming about the life we want, imagining the moment we finally make it, and hoping somehow it will just happen. Without clarity, your mind struggles to focus. You waste time on activities that don't contribute to your end goal because you're unsure what really matters. This uncertainty breeds frustration and burnout as you feel busy but not productive. When your purpose is clear, you can prioritize effectively, filtering out distractions and honing in on what truly moves the needle. Clarity also fuels motivation. When your goal is defined, it connects to your deeper reasons for wanting success, your values, passions, or vision for your life. This connection makes your goal feel urgent and important, not just a random wish. It becomes easier to say no to temptations or distractions because you're anchored in a purpose that feels real and compelling. Furthermore, clarity helps you measure progress. When your goal is specific, you can set milestones and track how far you've come. This creates momentum and builds confidence because you see tangible evidence of your effort paying off. Vague hopes don't provide that feedback loop. They leave you feeling stuck, unsure if you're getting anywhere. Another critical benefit of clarity is that it makes your goal communicable. When you can clearly express what you want, you invite support, guidance, and opportunities. People respond better to specific requests than general statements like, "I want to be successful." Whether it's a mentor, a partner, or a potential collaborator, clear goals make it easier for others to help you, connect you to resources, or hold you accountable. It's also important to understand that clarity doesn't mean rigidity. Your purpose can evolve as you learn and grow, but it should never be so vague that you wander aimlessly. Think of it as a lighthouse guiding your ship, rather than a wall blocking your path. You adjust your course based on what you discover, but you always have a beacon to aim for. To develop clarity, start by asking yourself what success means to you personally. Don't borrow someone else's definition. What kind of life do you want? What are you willing to work for? Then break that big picture down into specific, actionable goals. The clearer you are, the easier it becomes to take steps that align with your vision. In summary, vague hope is a weak foundation for success because it lacks direction and focus. Clarity of purpose is what turns your wishes into plans, your dreams into achievable goals. It transforms wishful thinking into deliberate action, and that's where real success begins. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that it comes from sudden, massive breakthroughs or lucky moments. The truth is far more straightforward and far less glamorous. Success is the result of consistent effort day after day that compounds over time. Think of consistency as the small, steady drops of water that eventually carve through solid rock. It's not about huge leaps in one moment, but about the relentless, repeated actions that build momentum and create lasting results. When you commit to consistency, are investing in a process, not just a single event. Every time you show up and put in the work, no matter how small, you're making progress. Those small efforts might seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up like interest in a savings account. This compounding effect means that your progress grows exponentially rather than linearly. The more consistent you are, the faster your results accelerate. Consistency also trains your brain and body to form habits. Habits are powerful because they reduce the amount of willpower and motivation needed to act. When something becomes habitual, it becomes almost automatic. You no longer have to force yourself to do it. It becomes part of your identity. For example, when you consistently spend 30 minutes a day practicing a skill, over time that practice becomes effortless and ingrained. This shift is critical because motivation alone is unreliable. It fluctuates and can disappear. Consistency doesn't depend on how you feel in the moment. It's about showing up regardless. Another key aspect of consistency is that it allows you to learn and improve. When you practice regularly, you collect feedback from your experiences, which helps you adjust and grow. Without consistent action, you remain stuck in theory and hope. Progress requires iteration and refinement, and that only happens through persistent effort. Consistency also builds trust in yourself and in the process. When you follow through day after day, you prove to yourself that you can rely on your own commitment. This self-trust strengthens your confidence and reduces doubt. You also start to trust that your hard work will pay off eventually, which keeps you motivated during tough times. This mindset shift is invaluable because setbacks and challenges are inevitable on the road to success. It's important to recognize that consistency doesn't mean perfection. You won't be flawless every day, and some days your efforts might be less than ideal. What matters is that you keep going. What matters is that you keep going. Missing a day or making a mistake doesn't erase your progress as long as you return to your routine quickly. The overall pattern of persistent effort outweighs occasional slip-ups. Finally, consistency makes your goals realistic and manageable. Huge, overwhelming goals can paralyze you with fear or procrastination. But breaking those goals into small daily actions makes them attainable. It's easier to commit to work on this for 15 minutes than to say, I need to achieve success overnight. Over time, those 15-minute sessions accumulate into meaningful progress. In the end, success isn't about grand gestures or bursts of energy. It's about showing up again and again, doing the work that moves you forward. Consistency compounds over time, turning simple actions into extraordinary results. When it comes to achieving success, accountability is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful tools you can use to move forward. Accountability means having someone or something that holds you responsible for the commitments you make to yourself. It's a way to ensure that your goals don't stay stuck in your mind as vague intentions, but turn into real, tangible progress. Without accountability, it's incredibly easy to let your goals slide. When only you know about your plans or your progress, it's tempting to procrastinate, to excuse yourself, or to lower your standards. Human nature tends toward comfort and avoiding discomfort, so unless you create external pressure, you might find yourself constantly putting things off or not pushing hard enough. Accountability creates that external pressure and transforms it into positive motivation. Think of accountability as a contract you make with someone who cares about your success. It could be a mentor, a coach, a friend, or even a community of like-minded people. When you share your goals and deadlines with others, you're inviting them to check in on your progress and celebrate your wins or challenge you when you're slipping. That interaction makes it harder to give up or hide from the truth. You don't want to let others down, and that sense of responsibility can be a powerful driver. Accountability also shifts your mindset from a maybe I will to I have to. When you know you'll report your progress to someone, you're more likely to act. It adds a layer of seriousness and urgency to your efforts that wishing or vague intentions can never create. It moves you from passive wishing to active doing. Beyond people, accountability can also come from systems or tools you put in place. Setting clear deadlines, tracking your habits, or using apps that remind you of your commitments can all provide a structure to keep you honest. But the most effective form of accountability often involves real human connection because it taps into social dynamics that influence behavior deeply. Another benefit of accountability is that it provides valuable feedback. When someone else is involved, they can offer perspective, advice, or encouragement that you might miss on your own. They can help you course correct if you're going off track or celebrate the progress you've made, which boosts your confidence and motivation. This kind of support is crucial because the journey towards success is rarely smooth. It's full of challenges and setbacks. Having an accountability partner helps you stay resilient. Importantly, accountability isn't about judgment or shame. It's about commitment and growth. It creates a safe space where you can be honest about your struggles and find solutions. When you embrace accountability, you're telling yourself and others that your goals matter enough to take responsibility seriously. If you want to use accountability as your secret weapon, start by sharing your goals with someone who will support you, but also challenge you. Make regular check-ins non-negotiable and be honest about your progress. Create a system to track your efforts and celebrate milestones together. Over time, accountability will become a habit, a motivating force that keeps you moving forward even when motivation wanes. In essence, accountability transforms your intentions into action, your promises into progress. It bridges the gap between wishing for success and actually achieving it. Fear and doubt are some of the biggest obstacles standing between you and the success you want. Many people believe that if they just wish hard enough or hope with enough intensity, these feelings will simply vanish. But the truth is, fear and doubt don't disappear by wishing. They persist until you face them directly and take deliberate action. Wishing for fear to go away is like hoping a storm will pass without ever stepping outside. The storm might calm eventually, but if you never engage with it, you'll never grow stronger or move forward. Fear and doubt are natural parts of any challenging journey. They signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into new territory. That discomfort is actually a sign of growth, not failure. When fear shows up, it's often accompanied by self-limiting beliefs, thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, that you'll fail, or that success is meant for someone else. Doubt creeps in and creates paralysis, keeping you stuck in inaction. This is why many people spend so much time wishing for change but never take the necessary steps. They hope for courage instead of building it. The key to overcoming fear and doubt isn't to wish they'd go away, but to confront them with courage and persistence. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means taking action in spite of fear. It means deciding that your desire for success outweighs your need to stay comfortable or avoid discomfort. One of the most effective ways to combat fear and doubt is by breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps. When the big picture feels overwhelming, fear can paralyze you. But when you focus on one small action, it becomes easier to move forward. Each step you take builds confidence and reduces the power fear holds over you. It's also important to reframe how you view fear. Instead of seeing it as an enemy, see it as a signal that you're on the right path, stretching, growing, and challenging yourself. Fear is often a sign that you're about to learn something new or expand your abilities. When you start to welcome fear as part of the process, it loses much of its power. Another powerful tool is self-compassion. Fear and doubt can sometimes make you harsh on yourself, but beating yourself up only adds to the burden. Treat yourself kindly. Acknowledge that fear is a shared human experience and remind yourself that progress doesn't require perfection. Taking action despite fear and doubt also helps to build momentum. The more you move forward, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort and uncertainty. That momentum creates a positive feedback loop that weakens fear over time. Lastly, seeking support can make a big difference. Talking to mentors, friends, or coaches can help you gain perspective, receive encouragement, and develop strategies to face your fears head-on. You don't have to battle doubt alone. In the end, fear and doubt will never disappear simply because you wish for them to. They only lose their grip when you acknowledge their presence, understand their message, and push through with deliberate action and courage. Discipline is the foundation that holds everything together on the path to success, and it is far more reliable than motivation. While motivation is like a spark that ignites your desire to act, it's unpredictable and fleeting. Sometimes you feel it strongly, and other times it disappears without warning. Discipline, on the other hand, is a commitment to keep going regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who only dream about them. Motivation can fluctuate wildly because it depends on your emotions, energy levels, and external circumstances. On days when you feel tired, discouraged, or distracted, motivation often fades. If you rely solely on motivation to get things done, you'll find yourself starting strong but quickly losing steam. Discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving forward even when motivation is absent. It's the choice to do what needs to be done, not what feels good or easy. Building discipline means creating routines and habits that support your goals. When you have disciplined habits, your actions become almost automatic. For example, instead of waiting to feel like exercising or working on a project, disciplined people make these activities part of their daily schedule. Over time, this consistency leads to steady progress and eventually success. Discipline turns what might feel like a chore into a natural part of your day. Discipline also helps you resist distractions and temptations that derail your progress. In a world full of endless options for entertainment, procrastination, and comfort, it takes discipline to stay focused and prioritize what truly matters. It's about making conscious decisions to say no to short-term pleasure in favor of long-term rewards. This ability to delay gratification is one of the most powerful predictors of success. Importantly, discipline doesn't mean being harsh or rigid with yourself. It's not about perfection or punishing yourself for slip-ups. Instead, discipline is about showing up consistently and forgiving yourself when you fall short, then getting right back on track. Everyone experiences moments of weakness. What counts is how quickly you recover and recommit. Each disciplined action reinforces your identity as someone who follows through and gets results. This growing sense of self-trust strengthens your confidence and makes it easier to maintain your efforts. In contrast, relying on motivation alone often leads to cycles of excitement and disappointment. Another key point is that discipline is a skill you can develop. It doesn't require extraordinary willpower or talent. Like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. Start small, commit to one simple habit each day, and build from there. Over time, your discipline will grow, making bigger goals feel more achievable. Ultimately, success doesn't come from waiting for motivation or hoping for perfect conditions. It comes from the discipline to show up, do the work, and push through challenges. Discipline is the steady heartbeat that keeps your journey alive long after motivation fades. Success is rarely a straight path. Setbacks and failures are inevitable parts of the journey. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that success means never failing or never encountering obstacles. The reality is quite the opposite. Failure is not the enemy of success. It is a necessary teacher. When you expect failure and setbacks as part of the process, you prepare yourself mentally to handle them with resilience and learn from them rather than be defeated. Setbacks often feel discouraging because they challenge your self-belief and make you question whether your goals are worth pursuing. But these moments are crucial because they highlight what isn't working and open the door to improvement. Without failure, there is no growth because growth requires experimentation, risk-taking, and the courage to step outside your comfort zone. Every successful person has experienced setbacks. What sets them apart is their response. Instead of giving up, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. This mindset transforms failure from a stopping point into a stepping stone. Each setback contains valuable lessons that refine your strategy and strengthen your resolve. Failure also teaches humility and patience. It reminds you that success is rarely instant and that mastery requires time and repeated effort. When you accept that setbacks are normal, you reduce the fear around them, which frees you to take more bold actions without being paralyzed by the possibility of failure. Another important aspect is to separate your self-worth from your failures. Many people internalize setbacks as personal flaws or proof they aren't good enough. This is a dangerous trap that leads to self-doubt and quitting. Instead, view failures as external events or experiences, things you can learn from and improve upon. Your value as a person doesn't depend on how many times you fall, but on your willingness to get back up. Developing resilience is key to navigating setbacks. Resilience is the ability to bounce back and keep going despite challenges. It grows stronger each time you face adversity and choose perseverance over giving up. Resilience isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a muscle you build through experience and mindset. It's also useful to have a support system during setbacks. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends, mentors, or coaches can provide encouragement and perspective. Sometimes setbacks feel overwhelming because you face them alone. Support helps you stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture. Remember, setbacks are temporary. They don't define your journey unless you let them. By embracing failure as part of the process, you create a powerful foundation for lasting success. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next step. Success isn't something that just happens overnight or by chance. It requires deliberate action. Taking initiative means stepping forward and making decisions instead of waiting for the perfect moment or for someone else to create opportunities for you. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for motivation, waiting for inspiration, or waiting for circumstances to be ideal. But success belongs to those who take charge of their own journey. Taking initiative requires courage because it means facing uncertainty and the possibility of failure. It involves moving before you feel fully ready or before all the conditions are perfect. This willingness to act, despite fear or doubt, sets successful people apart. They don't wait for guarantees. They create momentum by doing something, anything that moves them closer to their goals. Action is the antidote to overthinking. It's easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis, where you endlessly weigh options, fear making the wrong choice, or wait for more information. But progress comes from doing, not just planning. Each action you take teaches you something new, reveals obstacles, and provides clarity and provides clarity. Even mistakes and setbacks become valuable lessons when you're actively engaged. Moreover, initiative creates opportunities. When you act, you open doors that would otherwise remain closed. You build relationships, gain experience, and attract resources that can accelerate your progress. Waiting passively means missing out on these advantages. Taking initiative means being proactive in seeking solutions rather than reactive to problems. It's also important to recognize that taking initiative isn't about reckless action. It's about informed, purposeful steps that align with your goals. Preparation matters, but it should not be an excuse for inaction. The balance is found in gathering enough information to move forward confidently and committing to action. Taking initiative builds confidence over time. The more you act, the more you realize your ability to handle challenges and influence your outcomes. This growing confidence reduces fear and increases your willingness to take bigger steps. It creates a positive cycle where action fuels courage and courage fuels more action. Another benefit of initiative is that it empowers you. Instead of feeling like a passenger in your own life, you become the driver. You take responsibility for your success and your setbacks. This sense of ownership is motivating and liberating because you know that your efforts directly impact your results. Finally, taking initiative inspires others. When you demonstrate the courage to act, you attract support and collaboration. People respect and want to work with those who show leadership by doing. This social dynamic often brings additional opportunities and resources that further propel your success. Success is not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about taking initiative and creating your own path. Those who wait often watch others pass them by. The power lies in your willingness to step up, act decisively, and keep moving forward no matter the uncertainty. Success is often confused with luck, but the truth is that luck alone won't get you where you want to go. While people might attribute someone's achievements to being in the right place at the right time, the reality is that luck favors those who have prepared themselves and are ready to seize opportunities when they arise. Preparation is the key that unlocks the door for luck to come into play. When you prepare consistently and thoroughly, you build the skills, knowledge, and mindset necessary to take advantage of unexpected chances. Without this preparation, opportunities can pass by unnoticed or be wasted because you aren't ready to act effectively. Preparation means doing the work even when no one is watching, honing your craft, learning from mistakes, and constantly improving. This ongoing commitment creates the foundation for success. Luck is unpredictable and random, but preparation is within your control. It transforms luck from a matter of chance into a matter of probability. When you are ready, you increase the odds that a luck will find you. In other words, the more you prepare, the more likely you are to benefit from fortunate breaks. This is why some people seem luckier than others. They put in the groundwork long before luck arrives. Another aspect to consider is mindset. People who rely solely on luck tend to be passive, waiting for external circumstances to improve without taking action themselves. Those who prepare approach life proactively, seeing every challenge and experience as an opportunity to grow. This mindset helps them stay alert to possibilities and gives them the confidence to jump on opportunities quickly. Preparation also helps you handle success when it comes. Without readiness, sudden success can be overwhelming or unsustainable. Being prepared means you have the skills and systems in place to manage growth, make wise decisions, and maintain your momentum. This preparedness reduces the risk of being derailed by new challenges that often accompany success. It's also worth noting that preparation doesn't guarantee success every time, but it significantly reduces the chances of failure. When you prepare, you minimize risks and increase your ability to navigate obstacles. You create a safety net that supports you through uncertain moments. Ultimately, luck without preparation is just chance. Preparation without luck might be slower or more difficult, but it's steady and reliable. The greatest successes come when both elements come together, when you're prepared and ready to act as luck presents opportunities. The takeaway is clear. Don't wait for luck to strike. Invest your energy in preparation and make yourself ready for success. That way, when luck does come, you'll be in the perfect position to make the most of it. Success is not a solitary journey. It is deeply connected to the relationships you build and the support system you cultivate along the way. Too often, people try to go it alone, believing they must figure everything out by themselves, or that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But the truth is that meaningful connections and community are essential ingredients in achieving lasting success. Having the right people around you provides not only encouragement, but also accountability and perspective. When you share your goals with others, they can help keep you motivated, remind you of your potential during tough times, and hold you responsible for following through. This external support creates a powerful dynamic that pushes you beyond your limits and prevents stagnation. Relationships also open doors to opportunities you might never have found on your own. Networking with like-minded individuals, mentors, or collaborators introduces you to new ideas, resources, and possibilities. These connections can offer guidance, feedback, and constructive criticism that sharpen your skills and broaden your understanding. The collective wisdom of a community is far greater than going it solo. Beyond practical benefits, relationships nourish your emotional well-being, which is critical on the path to success. The journey is often filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. Having people who believe in you and genuinely care about your growth provides the encouragement and strength needed to persevere. Emotional support buffers stress and helps maintain your resilience. Building meaningful relationships requires intentional effort. It's about giving as much as you receive, offering help, listening, and contributing value. Authenticity is key. People respond to genuine connection and are more likely to invest in relationships that feel real. Cultivating a supportive network isn't just about what others can do for you, but also about how you can contribute to their growth and success. It's also important to recognize that not all relationships serve your journey positively. Some connections drain your energy, create doubt, or discourage progress. Part of nurturing your support system involves setting boundaries and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and challenge you in healthy ways. Technology today offers many ways to connect, but true relationships go beyond superficial interactions. Deep, meaningful connections require time, vulnerability, and consistency. Investing in these relationships creates a foundation of trust and mutual respect that stands firm during difficult times. Ultimately, success is amplified when shared. Your achievements become more fulfilling, and your journey more enjoyable when you have people to celebrate with, learn from, and lean on. The support and strength gained from a strong network can be the difference between giving up and pushing through. Success demands consistent action. It's not about one big leap, but many small, deliberate steps taken day after day. Too often, people think that success will come from a single moment of brilliance or a sudden breakthrough. The reality is quite different. Progress is built on the foundation of persistence, where steady, consistent effort compounds over time to produce extraordinary results. Consistency builds momentum. When you show up regularly and put in the work, you create a rhythm that propels you forward even when motivation wanes. It turns actions into habits and habits into lifestyle changes. This momentum becomes a force that carries you through obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Without consistency, even the best intentions remain unrealized. Another key aspect of consistency is that it creates trust, both in yourself and in others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you develop self-trust and confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. Others also recognize your reliability, which can open doors to new opportunities, partnerships, and support. This credibility is invaluable in any pursuit. Consistency also allows for continuous improvement. As you repeatedly take action, you gain experience and learn from mistakes. This ongoing feedback loop helps you refine your approach, increase your effectiveness, and accelerate your progress. It's through this process that mastery is achieved. Importantly, consistency doesn't mean perfection or never failing. It means committing to show up and keep trying even when things don't go perfectly. Everyone faces challenges and off days, but consistent people don't let setbacks derail their overall progress. They view each day as a new opportunity to move closer to their goals. Many people underestimate the power of small daily actions. It might seem insignificant to practice a skill for just 15 minutes a day or make one extra sales call. But these small efforts add up dramatically over weeks, months, and years. The compounding effect is what turns average results into exceptional success. To cultivate consistency, it's helpful to create routines and rituals that support your goals. This removes decision fatigue and makes it easier to stick with your plan. Accountability, whether through tracking progress or sharing goals with others, also reinforces consistent behavior. Ultimately, success doesn't respond to wishing or hoping. It responds to consistent, deliberate action taken over time. It's the commitment to daily effort that separates dreamers from achievers and transforms goals into reality. Success doesn't respond to wishing because it's not about hoping for things to happen. It's about making things happen. Throughout this journey, you've learned that success demands more than desire. It requires facing fear head-on, taking disciplined and consistent action, embracing setbacks as lessons, and taking initiative even when conditions aren't perfect. It's about preparing relentlessly, building meaningful relationships, and showing up every day no matter what. The truth is, success is earned through courage, persistence, and intentional effort, not by wishing for it from the sidelines. So stop waiting for luck, motivation, or the right moment. Take control, commit to your growth, and move forward with purpose. When you do, success won't just respond, it will become your reality.